17 members and associates of the Hells Angels are facing criminal charges in a violent attack.
Federal agents allege the outlaws sold drugs, traded firearms, and engaged in insurance fraud and even tampered with government witnesses.
We have learned there is cell phone video as well as surveillance video of evidence in this attack.
The U.S. Attorney characterized today's raids as historic, the largest federal bust on organized criminal gang activity.
Retaliation is common for crimes involving biker gangs. However, it could happen anywhere because of how interconnected gangs have become nationwide.
The three-year investigation resulted in 42 federal indictments on a variety of charges, including racketeering, money laundering, drugs, gambling, insurance fraud, and extortion.
There's a bunch of bikers up here, and they're shooting guns and stuff. I need the police now.
But on foot going towards 2nd Street. Okay, receive.
Then you see a pack of Hells Angels going by, people are going to want to look. Next thing you know, cars. Because they're just staring at us and not paying attention to stop traffic.
If you wanted to break the law on an everyday norm, you should have joined a street gang. That's what they're known for. That's what they do. You're not allowed to steal cars on my block. We steal those cars.
I mean, it was so bad by us in Vegas. I was in the pool swimming, and the guys came back. Hey, Pee-wee, the cops are here. They want to talk to you. I said, well, go talk to them. Find out what they want. And they came back. They go, they want to talk to you.
Typically, if you leave the club, if you haven't been in for 10 years, you're automatically out back.
Got put out in 2006. Back in 2007, wound up going into Cannon. 2011. Came out of there. I had 4.5 years to walk off with zero support from that club.
Welcome to this episode of Channel Stacks. I'm your host, Bill Stacks, and today we got a lot to talk about. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell your mother's, brother, sister's friend about Channel with Stacks. We always bring you a lot of information, and you can do with it what you may. Shout out to everybody. I really appreciate every single one of you. Lindsay, how are you? Thank you for joining me today. Make sure you smash that like button. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, put it on all so you get all my videos. I have over, I think, 6,000 videos. So we've been pumping out content like crazy. Every single day I release 2 videos, one live during the day and then a pre-recorded at night. I love making content for you guys. I don't think there's a lot of people that can compete with my work ethic, but that's here nor there. We're going to keep bringing you guys content. So there is so much to talk about. First off, we're going to talk about Larry Hoover. Larry Hoover got a pardon from Donald Trump. All these people are saying, Larry Hoover's coming home. He's coming home. No, he's not. No, he's not. Larry Hoover has a 200-year prison sentence to take care of in the state. If you guys aren't aware of that. When the president pardons someone, that's only the federal system. He still has a 200-year state case to take care of. So Mr. Larry Hoover will not be coming home. He will go straight to state prison where he will live out the remainder of his years locked in a cage. So he is not going home like all these people say. It's crazy that they're saying he's coming home. He's coming home. No, he's not. So Trump commutes gang leaders' sentence in a flurry of pardons. They pretty much shocked a lot of people at all these pardons as part of a spree of more than 24 clemency actions this week. U.S. President Donald Trump on Wednesday commuted the federal prison sentence of Larry Hoover, the founder of notorious Chicago street gang. Hoover, the leader of the Gangster Disciples in the 90s, was given 6 life sentences on conspiracy, extortion, drugs, and other criminal charges. In addition to his federal sentence, Hoover still faces 200-year jail term in the state of Illinois for murder and is unlikely to be released soon. A president is unable to commute state-level sentences, only federal sentences. On Wednesday, the president also granted a pardon to other convicts, including Michael Grimm, former New York congressman, NBA YoungBoy, he pardoned. For what reason? I don't get that one. NBA YoungBoy is obviously guilty of writing prescriptions. I don't get it. I don't get that one. It makes no sense. But he pardoned NBA YoungBoy. It says he pardoned the congressman. He served 7 months in prison after allegedly pleading guilty to felony tax fraud. So if he pled guilty, why would he pardon them? I don't get it. As well as Hoover and Grimm, at least 8 others have been pardoned by president in recent days. New York Times reported Trump issued a total of 25 pardons and commutations of prison sentences on Wednesday. The Department of Justice records indicate during his second term, Trump has pardoned more than 40 people, in addition to almost 1,600 pardons doled out by people charged and convicted in connection to the J6 riot at the Capitol. During the first presidential term, Trump granted a total number of 237 pardons and commutations. According to the Pew Research Center, most of these occurred at the final moments of his term. I don't think he really gives a shit now, Hoover, 74 years old, built the Gangster Disciples into a nationwide street gang and its origins in Chicago's South Side in the 1970s. In 1973, he was convicted of ordering the execution of a rival drug dealer, according to alleged that he continued to lead the gang from prison. In 1990, he formed a political organization and claimed that he had transformed the Gangster Disciples into a community service organization called Growth and Development. However, he was found guilty of a long list of federal charges in 1997. In recent years, he advocated for criminal justice reform, including the First Step Act, in which Trump signed into law 2018. According to, among other things, the law allows reduced sentence for inmates who participated in programs aimed at reducing reoffending. Hoover has continued to publicly disavow the gang, so he is no longer a member. He said, "I am no longer a member, a leader, or even an elder statesman in the Gangster Disciples." Hoover wrote in a letter to the court in 2022, "I want nothing to do with it now and forever," he wrote. However, authorities have taken a different view, and the prosecution alleges in 2021 that he's still involved in promoting the Gangster Disciples members while locked up in prison. They have urged that he is still effectively the leader to the group. At a hearing last year, the judge asked one of Hoover's lawyers, how many other murders is he responsible for? After news broke of the commutation of his federal sentence, Hoover's lawyer, Justin Moore, posted online, "We got Larry Hoover out of federal prison," when many said it wasn't possible. Illinois must send him home for good. Pardons for rappers and former politicians. Grimm, the former congressman, pleaded guilty in income tax from his former restaurant that he owned. In addition, Trump issued pardons on Wednesday for former Connecticut Governor John Rowland. He shouldn't have done that. He's a piece of shit. He should stay in prison. Convicted of election fraud and charges against was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison on 2015. Kendall Golden, a rapper known as NBA YoungBoy, also faced numerous drugs, weapon, and fraud charges, was pardoned. Convicted fraudster Eric Benston, he was pardoned. Kevin Beshaw, An Army officer who was convicted in a court martial for violating COVID protection rules. Oh, no. Tanner Mansell and John Moore, who was convicted of a theft at sea when they released sharks that they thought were being illegally fished. It turns out that the sharks were being legally caught for research purposes. Michael Harris, founder of Death Row Records, who spent decades in prison on drug charges. Harris had his sentence commuted by Trump during the first term and was issued a full pardon on Wednesday. On Tuesday, Trump also pardoned Todd and Julie Chrisley, two TV reality show personalities who were convicted of tax evasion and defrauding banks. Also on Wednesday, Trump said he would take a look at pardoning a group of men charged with planning to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer in 2020. I did watch the trial, he said. It looked to me somewhat railroad job. It looked to me like some people said some stupid things. And speaking of people having unjust sentences, I don't know if you guys are aware of Freddie Agnello, former pagan president in New Jersey. I've been speaking with him pretty much every day, and I'm working on a show to show that he was pretty much railroaded. They put the pagan motorcycle club on trial, and he was convicted of killing the woman or hiring people and all this. Honestly, I think that the doctor killed the woman, and they blamed Freddie. But I have phone calls that we've been recording every day, so I'm going to be bringing you guys the content about that. If you guys aren't aware of him, I'm going to show you a picture. This is Freddie on the left, and Glick, that's the one that testified against him. He's a rat. He's a scumbag. Pretty bad one. This is Freddie. Shout out to Freddie. But yeah, we're going to be doing a show about him, and you're going to hear it in his own words about what they did to him at trial and all the different things that are going on. Hey, what's going on? Tyler, what's good? How are you? Thank you for joining me today. Big Boy Blue, what's going on? Jaman, what's good? Sleepy Joe. I appreciate all you guys taking the time to watch this show. So today we are talking. I've been great, man. Tyler, I've been really good. Things I can't complain. Life is great. I am blessed. So if you guys haven't seen the show I did with Manny Vitale, go check it out. Came out pretty good. And today we're talking about Black Bike Week and the situation that happened down there. So there were reports that there was a mass shooting, but that's not the case. That's not what happened. People are saying there was a mass shooting and a bunch of people are dead, mass casualties and all this shit. And it's complete bullshit. So we're going to debunk all of it and let you know exactly what happened. I mean, there were situations that happened down there, but it was none close to what they were trying to portray. There was no mass shooting at Black Bike Week. Total bullshit. So, the rumors are debunked about this mass shooting at Black Bike Week. All right, in 2025, Atlantic Beach, Black Pearl Culture Heritage and Bike Festival, a beloved Memorial Day tradition for motorcycle enthusiasts, took a chaotic turn late Saturday night. A huge crowd surge during a concert led to injuries and rampant online rumors of mass shooting. But authorities swiftly clarified no gunfire occurred. Instead, panic erupted after isolated fights that were triggered, and that triggered a stampede, underscoring the challenges of managing large events and curbing misinformation during crisis. So, Black Bike Week Festival. This annual gathering in the Atlantic Beach, South Carolina, celebrates African American motorcycle culture since 1980. It has drawn riders nationwide for live music, camaraderie, and coastal rides. The 2025 event, spanning May 23rd through the 26th, attracted more than 400,000 attendees, solidifying its status as the cornerstone of both heritage and horsepower. So that's a lot of people. 400,000 people. That's a lot of people to show up at a bike event. I mean, that's a lot. Look how big this crowd is. Huge. So what really happened around midnight on May 24th, tensions flared during a packed concert. Witnesses reported scuffles near Ocean Boulevard that sparked panic as attendees rushed the stage. The crowd surge left 19 injured, mostly from trampling. Like people fell on the ground, maybe they got stepped on, with others treated for heat exhaustion. Horry County Fire Rescue transported 12 people to the hospital. 6 declined for further care after on-site treatment. The police and medical teams were already stationed nearby, said Atlantic Beach Police Chief. Emergency crews responded swiftly, pausing the music briefly before the festival resumed. Investigations and official statements. The police chief became the voice of clarity during the chaos, dispelling viral claims for mass casualties. He confirmed the injuries stemmed from the crowd's turbulence, not violence. We regret the injuries and spread of misinformation. The law enforcement only made one arrest all weekend. And that's great that they can do that, that this was a successful event besides this little stampede in the crowd. I mean, stuff like that happens. Unrelated reckless driving cases happened, highlighting the incident's isolated nature. The community impact and reactions. Local vendors and attendees expressed mixed emotions. This festival means everything to our community, said one vendor. But safety has to come first. Community leaders are now pushing for stricter crowd control measures, such as establishing barricade zones and clearly marked emergency exits, while urging resilience on official updates during emergencies. A broader context on Memorial Day incidents. The Atlantic Beach Stampede wasn't the only tragedy that weekend. 9 miles away in Little River, a charter boat shooting occurred. It injured 11, while unrelated to the motorcycle event. Both incidents strained regional emergency services. I think maybe that's where they got their wires crossed, because they said that there was a mass shooting and a mass casualty event, like all these people were dead. But so allegedly 9 miles away on the Little River, there was a charter boat shooting. It was unrelated, but both incidents strained emergency services, sparking national debates about public safety during the holiday gathering. An investigation continues Atlantic Beach officials are reviewing protocols, from crowd density limits to communication strategies to prevent future incidents. Black Bike Week remains a testament to the resilience and culture. Let's ensure its legacy isn't defined by one chaotic night, but by the community's commitment to ride safer, smarter, and together. So there is the debunked talk about mass shooting and all this crazy shit. Only one person got arrested during the whole event. 400,000 people. One person gets arrested. And a couple people got injured because of the crowd rushing the stage. So, I mean, that's a successful event, if you ask me. I don't know about you guys. What do you think about this situation? Hey, Raven, what's going on? Thank you for joining me today. You guys are all great. I really appreciate you guys. We got a lot of content on the way. So, in other news, we're going to talk about this probably tomorrow. But the case against the Iron Range Hells Angels, the R case, remember that one? They dismissed it with prejudice. Or I think with prejudice, meaning they can bring back the case because witnesses don't want to testify. You believe it? Yep. They're scared to testify, so they dismissed that case. So I don't know. We're going to talk about that a little bit more in depth. And people were talking, right? And there's people going back and forth online about those specific people, the Iron Range Hells Angels, certain ones, right? And in one of these posts, he said, one of the Hells Angels members said, we only go to the police. When we talk to the police, we always talk to them with two members. But there was a member spotted in the police department with his cut on by himself. So where's the other member? Just curious. And this is the one that was accused of that crime that they dropped. So where's the other member? I'm just this is his bike at the police station. Pretty curious about that one. This is him looking at the police display cases they have and shit at the little weird, right? Whatever. But we got a lot of content to talk about. We are going to be talking about the failed assassination attempt on one of the Hells Angels up there in Canada. And what connection does this guy have to the other member that was killed? Remember, he was killed in a Mirandarin restaurant parking lot? Yes, they do have a connection. This guy on the right was killed. The one on the left was an attempted assassination. And I got the video. It's on Patreon. If you want to see it, go check it out. I cannot play it on YouTube. It's too graphic. I mean, it's not even really graphic, just people shooting. But we do have a video to go along with this story. So we're going to get into that later in the week, probably maybe next week. But we got a lot of content for you guys tonight. You don't want to miss it. I think it's part 6 of Boston 2%. And then we got some more Motorcycle Club content coming. We got popcorn. We got more Pee-wee. We got a whole bunch of stuff on the way. We got Picasso. He was an art thief that would steal fine art. He wouldn't sell it. He would hang it on his walls. But I did an in-person interview with Picasso, and it came out pretty good. So you guys will see it in the mobile studio, only on Chatting with Stacks. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll be dropping some content on members. Stay safe out there. If you're riding a bike, be aware of your surroundings. If you're in a car and you see bikes around you, be cautious. I appreciate all you guys for taking the time. Thank you. If you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And if you don't like this show, you already know what to do. Start your own fucking podcast. I appreciate all you guys. And remember, don't be a bitch.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged. And investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.